Well, wasn't this inevitable, ladies and gentlemen? Wasn't this inevitable? Breaking: Reece James is injured with a minor hamstring problem and is out for the trip to Leicester, says Maresca. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Straight away, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Take a moment right now. Smash the like button. We're going to talk in details about all of this Reece James latest injury. What does this mean? What is my opinion on it? What is your opinion on it? I'd love to see how you guys thinking about it in the comment section. Let me know. Whole heap of other bits and pieces that you don't want to miss out on. There was a lot of conversation from Enzo Maresca, a lot of quotes to go through. He's talking about João Felix and Cole Palmer possibly playing together. He's talking about many other things that you don't want to miss out on. So let's start things off from here. Yet another injury. Yes, it's a minor hamstring injury, but honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have now seriously come to a position where we can say that these minor injuries will never go away, especially to his hamstring. Apparently, this is his ninth hamstring injury in the past, like, I don't know, God knows how long, like 4 or 5 seasons or something like that. Ninth hamstring injury. So, what does this mean? What does this mean about Reece James? This is the question that everyone's asking. Do we get rid of him? Sell him, open up that space, look at the future elsewhere. Malo Gusto, welcome to the team, this, that, the other. Look, the way I look at it is, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's quite straightforward now. We can't think of Reece James as someone that we can rely on in the long term. I don't think he's anywhere near possible to think about being someone that we can build a team around down the track. Number one, I think the captaincy, maybe not this season, maybe in the following season, next season, it needs to be stripped away because we need the captain to be available as often as possible. And this particular player is not available. So that's number one. The captaincy needs to be taken away. So he can just concentrate on just being himself. You can be a captain, you can be a leader without the armband. But I think now, seriously, the armband is so iconic to have the armband. It needs to be with someone that's there on a full-time basis. Number two, so many of us had Reece James starting against Leicester. Well, I did. Obviously we haven't dropped the previews yet because we're still a day away from doing the preview. But if we are getting into match days where we can't even rely on putting Reece James there in the lineup, and this match is missing. What's next? When's he going to come back to training? Is he going to miss the Aston Villa game? I mean, when can we? It seems like we can't push this guy anymore. It seems like we cannot get the best version of Reece James anymore. And that's what pains me. People talk about, let's get rid of him, let's sell him. I don't even know if he's sellable anymore. I don't think you can sell him. Which club in their right mind will buy a player that potentially can never give the best anymore? You push him to the limits just a little bit, minor hamstring injury. Minor issue, he misses out on 1 game, maybe he misses out on 2 games. Which club out there is seriously is going to go out there and take up his services? And the wages are high as well. He gets paid very well at Chelsea Football Club. So look, I think Reece James, whatever years he's got left at Chelsea Football Club, I don't know exactly what the contract is. I think it's a long-term contract. I think we're going to have to resort to the situation that he's not going anywhere. I don't think anyone wants to buy him. He's ours. We'll just look after him until his contract runs out, and we'll play him whenever he's available. That's pretty much it. He's not really part of the future. He's not really, as I said, he's not a captain anymore. He cannot be the captain anymore. And we should just be blessed. Whenever he plays, we should just be blessed. We should just think that, thank you, Reece James, for being able to play a game for Chelsea Football Club, because that's what it is. That's what it is. And as I said, we're not even going to get the best version of him, because if you push him to the limits, because the best version of Reece James is playing on the right side and bombing up and down. Yeah, we're not even going to get that. He's come back and he's not even done that. He's played as an LCB or RCB. He's not even bombing up and down. We're not getting those crosses anymore. And he's not fully up to his best. Defensively, there's some lapses, but it was still, we all thought that maybe if he can slowly keep building on that, perhaps we're going to get the best version back, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, look, for me, the conversation is quite straightforward. I say keep playing Malo Gusto as often as possible. And whenever we have the opportunity to play Reece James, play him. And yeah, if there is a suitor out there that wants to buy him, let's entertain that, but I highly doubt that. And as I said, I don't think we're ever going to get back the best version of Reece James. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Disappointing. I actually had him starting against Leicester, but he's going to miss out on the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on his latest injury for Reece James, which is quite insane. Next up, Maresca. I see Cole Palmer and João Felix playing together as one of the targets for the future. João is doing fantastic with us since day one. The only problem is to find the balance. Look, this is great. I love the fact that at least Enzo Maresca is talking about Cole Palmer and João Felix playing together. Both of these playing together will be absolutely dynamic. If Enzo Maresca can get both of them playing at a high level and at a level where Cole Palmer operates, if João Felix can operate in that level as well, you have proper two threats in that half space. Now the opposition will not be able to just mark Cole Palmer. They'll also have to concentrate on João Felix. I can't wait for the day where Enzo Maresca is able to do that. And I fully understand that the balance has to be right. The only way I find the balance to be right is you have to drop Madueke. You drop Madueke, you play Malo Gusto as the widest player on the ball, and off the ball, he becomes a right back naturally, and he defends in a 4-4-2. And Cole Palmer tucks in as the right-sided half space player, or it could be João Felix, whatever. They can interchange depending. And then João Felix on that left-sided half space player. And then you've got Pedro Neto. You'll have to play Pedro Neto on the left because you're going to have Malo Gusto on the right. So that's the only way I see the balance happening. It'll be interesting to see exactly what Enzo Maresca does to bring that balance that he's talking about in order to incorporate Cole Palmer and João Felix. Next up, Lavia, Palmer, Enzo, and Kaiser are all in Chelsea training today. Good news. Look, I don't know how fully fit. Well, they're fit. How fatigued are Enzo and Caicedo are going to be, because they literally played 24 hours ago. They literally played in South America World Cup qualifications, and they both played, I'm pretty sure, 90 minutes. And they get one session, and that's it. And then it's match day. So let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. If they're gonna be fully ready to go. I think what's probably going to happen is one of them is going to start. Well, the good news is Lavia is in as well. So maybe Lavia will play, Caicedo will play, and then one of them will come off, and then Enzo will come on in the second half sometime. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe Enzo starts, and then someone will come on in the second half. So, but yeah, there will have to be a rotational piece in this game. But it's good news that at least all of Lavia, Enzo, and Caicedo are looking like they'll get something from this particular game. And it was going to be a bit of a crazy situation if we didn't have any of these midfielders available for Leicester. That would have really put us in a sticky situation. Maresca, the ones who are going to play against Leicester aren't going to be 100% because they are human beings, but hopefully we can find the right balance. And there you go. Exactly what I just said. Most of these players, like Lavia, didn't even feature in the international break because he had an injury. He was returned back to Chelsea. Palmer didn't go either. He should be raring to go. But Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo, as I said, they literally played 24 hours ago. So you don't expect them to be 100% fully to go. But we'll have to take a 70%, 80% level of Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, because or else we don't have anyone to compete for in that midfield position against Leicester. And we don't want to, Leicester, with all due respect, is a team that is inferior to us. We should be winning, but we don't want to go into that match where our midfield is decimated. Leicester were angered by Maresca joining Chelsea, insisting he jump ship at the first opportunity. There was widespread bemusement that that Maresca instructed the club to cancel the USA tour as it would disrupt preparation, only to then spend 2 weeks with Chelsea there. Look, I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of bad blood when you leave your former club. This fixtures, it's interesting, man. It's Maresca derby. Do you know what I mean? Like, Maresca used to be the former Leicester coach, and now he's taken over Chelsea, and we're going to Leicester in the Premier League. Midday fixture is not ideal straight after an international break. Yeah, man. I'm sure Enzo Maresca's eyeing out a victory here, and I'm sure he knows he's going to get a very rowdy reception at Leicester. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, there definitely is some level of bad blood, and that's understandable. Let's see how he handles that, and hopefully he can have the right mindset, the right mentality instilled on the team to take on Leicester this week. And we need the 3 points. It's a must win. Maresca, Leicester know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to adjust some small details to see if we can do something different. Yeah, look, some portion of that is true. I had Haj, once again, shout out to Haj, who's messaged me on my Twitter DM saying that which team doesn't know what the other team's going to do these days? Like, everyone does their homework. So this comment from Maresca, it's like, Leicester know exactly everyone knows exactly what everyone's going to do. Do you know what I mean? So people do their homework. All coaches do their homework. But yeah, when you watch Leicester even now, there are some portion of their game that really resembles and mimics what we are doing, which makes sense because Maresca used to be Leicester coach just last season. It'll be interesting if both the teams kind of cancel each other out tactically, but at the end of the day, I think we have superior individual players to do damage. They really shouldn't be able to do that. So let's see what happens there. Maresca, there's only 5 clubs who have conceded less, so we're probably doing quite well. We are going to concede goals until the end of the season. I don't know why people are thinking we defend badly. This is where I'm like, do you know what, Enzo Maresca? You know I rate you. You know I like you. You know I back you. But this conversation is for me a little bit nonsense. Just because there's only 5 clubs who have conceded less, so we're probably doing quite well. We are going to concede goals until the end of the season. I don't know why people are thinking we defend bad. No, we do defend bad. It doesn't matter about how much we've conceded. It almost looks like every time we're going to concede. That's the notation that we need to worry about. That's what we really need to focus about. It's not about how many we've conceded so far. It's about we look like we're most likely going to concede on many scenarios. Opposition, as soon as they put us into a little bit of pressure, it looks like it's going to be a goal. Luckily enough, it hasn't been a goal yet. Well, as many as yet. But we're probably just one fixture away where a team really shows up one day and puts 4 or 5 away against us. Our defending is very flimsy. It's not watertight. Everyone is always making some level of mistake, starting from the goalkeeper to the defenders, to midfielders, everyone. And this is something we need to tighten up. You look at other teams in the likes of Liverpool, in the likes of Arsenal. I know Arsenal's conceded, but overall, their defending is very tight. We need to tighten that up because if we are not scoring freely and we're also conceding, it's going to be difficult for us to always outscore the opposition. It's all fine and dandy if every game we're scoring 4 and 5, and we're conceding 2-3 and we're winning, 4-3, 5-3, whatever the case is. It's not all fine and dandy when we are finding it hard to score. We have to keep a clean sheet because that one goal will be the difference maker. So I don't agree with Maresca here that, look at the stats. There's only 5 clubs that have conceded less. No, it almost looks like every time we could concede, and that for me is a worry. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Todd Kill, has joined Chelsea and is now looking for a front of shirt sponsor for this season. And the Club World Cup is seen as a chance for it to get international exposure. Look, it's a shame that we still haven't got the front of shirt sponsor as yet. 11 matches down in the Premier League, and this happened to us last season as well. It's not good. It's not good. You want to have a club like Chelsea Football Club have that front of shirt sponsor ready to up and go long time ago before the season starts. But I guess, our position in the league, our lack of showing in the Champions League is really hurting this. So let's see what happens this season. The Club World Cup will definitely be a fantastic opportunity to promote that sponsor, but we need to have that sponsor well beforehand, not even worry about waiting till the Club World Cup, which is at the end of the season. So hopefully over the next few weeks we get the front of shirt sponsorship done and dusted. Let's see what happens over there. Quite a few good sponsors that are lined up. I remember Riyadh Air, there was Qatar Airways as well. So hopefully one of those big ones come on board. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially in regards to Reece James. What are your thoughts about his latest injury? Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. Take care. See ya.